You might recognize me from Beth Chesed Sabbath Fellowship videos or Prophecy Roundtable videos. I've been on the show for the last year and a half with Doug and Scott. They're going towards exegesis now, and also I'm already doing that with Beth Chesed. So I wanted to go with something different, and so starting Blackford Talks Prophecy. I hope that you'll come with me to my new show on Wednesday evenings at 7 o'clock Central. So I'll still be doing the Blackford stuff on Beth Chesed on Sunday nights, but that's my exegesis there. So who am I? I'm Joel Blackford. I'm the son of Reverend John Blackford. I think he's the greatest pastor in the history of the world. And I have 20 years of experience in eschatology. And then I was the pastor I'm virtual now with Beth Chesed, but we had a physical fellowship for about 4 years from 2017 to 2020. So what? We talk eschatology, we discuss the news and the current events and things like that, generally in more of a messianic way. So think of how Daniel, the prophet Daniel, or the prophet John would have interpreted the word. That's what we try to do. We try to figure that out. Why? Prophecy Roundtable is, again, reverting back to the exegesis of Revelation. I already do that. I don't need to do it again. It's time to leave. When? Wednesday evenings again at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. Beth Chesed, those types of videos will continue on Sunday evenings. That's where I do the in-depth stuff, okay? So this would be more conversational. Blackford Talks Prophecy. I want you to realize that's what it is. And so that's who I am too. So where? YouTube, X, things like that. Probably not Facebook because they tend to hate everything. Format, interviews, news reports, prophetic discussions. We'll talk to our audience. We'll try to include them in on this because you want to know and you want to ask questions and you want answers, real answers. So we'll have great guests on. We'll be messianic, which is Sabbath keeping, Torah, things like that, which is what John and Daniel would have been when they were alive. We're post tribulation or at least mid tribulation, not pre tribulation rapture stuff. We just don't do that. It's not realistic. We want to be realistic. We're prophetic. We would be charismatic, but not charismania. Okay. And there's a difference, and you can tell the difference when things get out of control and there's no order, disorder instead. We have gifts from God. There's no doubt about it. And they're modern, they're today. We need them even more right now than ever before, but not the maniac stuff. Okay. You might know me from my book, Danny's Inferno, or my trilogy, War of the Unseen Worlds, or whatever media you're seeing me on. Also, Beth Chesed Sabbath Fellowship. But I'm Joel Blackford, and there's just too many monikers out there, so we're going to tighten this up and go with just that. Okay, so the first guest will be, if everything works out okay, will be Daniel Sanders on July 2nd at 7 o'clock p.m. Central. And really, what the goal of it is spirit and truth until the great harvest, until we're doing our jobs. And what are our jobs? Well, so the 11 Talmudim, the disciples, went up to the hill in the Galilee where Yeshua had told them to go. When they saw him, they prostrated themselves before him, but some hesitated. Yeshua came and talked with them. He said, all authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me. Therefore, go and make people from all the nations into disciples, immersing them in the reality of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh in the Hebrew, teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you, all the commandments. That's messianic people. And remember, I will be with you always. Yes, even until the end of the age. And we seem to be approaching that. We should be discussing that, and we should be discussing it with people like Daniel Sanders, great guy. That's Matthew 28, 16 through 20. So we'll be doing this show going forward. This is going to be important. And so, yeah, you might know me from various things, but now in this show on Wednesday evenings, grab a cup of coffee and talk prophecy with Joel Blackford. And so we hope that you'll enjoy that. So the main thing is that's what we're going to be doing now. And we hope you'll join us as we start out on Wednesday evenings. It'll be live. We'll take questions. And thank you very much for your time, and be blessed. Bye-bye.